Sorry, I'm just trying to get used to the gardeners. Dang it. Wednesdays. I just recorded some, just for me, some rhythm to play the melody. I hadn't even played the melody to tracks yet. So so I uploaded to the Discord. And what I want to do is I'm going to duplicate. Let me see. I can duplicate this, I think. Can I duplicate? Copy? Paste? No. There's got to be a way to... Ooh, that worked. Cool. So now this one I want to remove. Let's see if it removes the other one. Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna make the changes here in the chords. And this song is a let's see, I can edit. Or maybe I have to click it here. There it is. This one is a 16-bar phrase, which is nice to have. A little more normal of a phrase vibe, so for lack of a better term. So I'm just going to make the changes here. So we have it. We're going to practice the rhythm on this. It's not particularly. I'm just jamming over it now. It's not particularly friendly for soloing, but that's mainly because of my lack of bluegrass skills. So let's see. I want D here again. C, D. All right. Okay. I'm gonna make this much bigger because we're actually trying to work on it. So I think that's right. Hopefully that's fairly clear. Yeah. It's an unusual progression. You know, it's in the key of G, but the B section doesn't even have a G chord in it. It only has the 5 and the 4 chord. So that's kind of unusual. So anyway, let me say hellos, because I know you're all like, don't feel validated until I actually say hello. But hey, Bruce, Bob, Holly. So let's see. Is Dennis here? Do we have all our moderators yet? No, I don't see Dennis yet. Okay. Hey, Dan, how's it going, buddy? New viewers, welcome. Bruce says we have all skill levels here. Yeah. No, I'm trying to. In fact, Bruce, we're going to talk about that. Hey, good karma. What's going on? Long time lurker, first time commenting. I like the pinky exercise for Monday. Maybe we can do that again. Good warm up. Oh, and I can give you the link for that too, if you want that. I have exercises. Two left-handed exercise. So here's that and another one. That's what I want. So this is kind of a redo of an older video I did. Okay, hey Roger, good to see you. Good morning. John Y, good to see you. It's been a while. Or maybe you've just been lurking. Hey Sham, good to see you and all your musical notes. Lena, good to see you. I got your email and my reply. Yeah, I don't think you have a problem with Wildwood Flower. It's public domain. And I don't know if you created your own rhythm track or you downloaded the audio from mine or whatever. I don't care. You can use mine, but you can do a better one. In fact, I think you said you got it up to 150. So are you improvising on it? That's the key. We haven't talked about that per se. So far, we're keeping everything in the key of G. So all of our scales that we've learned, you know, I can play like it's a little weird because again, like I said, there's that D chord, the B section of down in the valley to pray or down to the river to pray. It's the same song, two different titles, same song. Sorry. Gardeners. So if I go to like the G minor, It doesn't really work over the D chord. The G major scale sounds fine because it gives you that kind of D mixolydian thing. Let me just do the last. Let me do the B section only. Well, we'll talk about this in a little bit. We'll talk about this. Gosh, the gardeners drive me crazy. Which I should move them to Tuesday or something, but I like having both the gardeners and the pool guys show up on the same day. That way I don't have to. Sometimes it freaks me out when somebody's in my backyard. I'm like, who's there? Oh, yeah, it's a gardener. So, but this is the chord progression for Down in the Valley to Pray or Down to the River to Pray. And there was a lot of requests for something from Oh Brother Where Art Thou, and this is that. And of course, in the movie, it's just a vocal thing, and Bill Monroe does it just vocally. But there are people that have played this song as a bluegrass tune, kind of in an up tempo. Actually, I feel like the tempo I was just playing at was 140. I feel like 150 is actually a pretty decent tempo for this. I can. Well, I have to wait till the stupid gardener's done. And then, if you wonder what this little thing is over here, this is the track from before. But what I may do is I'll delete this. Oh wait, you know what I need to do? I need to duplicate this. Duplicate. I need to save the old one. I already changed the text, so that's gone. But so for here, so that's the old one. Here's the new one. So this I can delete now. Hey Denise, long time no see. Yes, I've got something coming today too. It's supposed to be delivered, so I'm keeping my phone handy in case it gets dropped off at my front door. Great. Now, that's actually really, really good, Lena. Lena's going to create her own rhythm track. Recording, and if you've got a Mac, you've got GarageBand, and so all you need is like a USB mic and some headphones, and you can even use earbuds if you want. But a good set of headphones isn't a bad thing. The industry standard headphones that I use are the AKG. I should put these up on my list actually. The K240s. Back in the day when I was going, back when we used to actually go into studios to do studio work, pretty much the industry standard headphones were, let's see, AKG KM 240s. So oops, no, not AK. Oh, here they are. I mean, dang. They're cheaper than they were 30 years ago. These used to be $100 for a pair of headphones. But these are pretty good. These are pretty good. No, I don't want that. I want this. For $70 each, I don't think you can beat these headphones. They're really good. Well, I know you can beat them. Here's how you beat them. You get ears. Ear molds. But these are $1,000. These are $1,000. These have 8 drivers in each ear. So that's a little pricey. But the beauty of molds is it really cuts out all the outside noise. So with headphones, if you're sitting next to the drummer, you're still going to hear a lot of drums, even if you have no drums in your headphones. But those are really good for vocalists. And I feel like when I wear in-ears, I tend to sing. Let's see. I tend to sing flat because when I do this, it creates a certain Doppler effect. When I have the ears in, it creates a Doppler effect that makes my hearing a little sharp, and then I sing. I think it's the other way around. It makes it a little flat, and I sing sharp or something. Anyway, I don't like the way I sound vocally when I use ears, and so live I prefer a monitor. And then in the studio, I prefer those kind of headphones, like the AKG ones. But those are great to have, and if you're going to have other people coming over too, they're really solid headphones to have. Like I said, they were for years and years industry standard. I would go into the studio and every chair would have a pair of those AKGs on the chair. And I remember going, man, someday I want to get headphones like these, because I don't even remember what I used before. I actually have a pair of old like green Koss headphones, the big Koss headphones that I got at an estate sale for $3. Because I just thought, oh man, these are throwbacks. I thought they were really cool. I had the coiled cable on it, so I got those. Paul, yeah, Paul Meyer probably remembers those Koss headphones. Quail Guitar Studios Guitar. Hey, how's it going? Gary, good to see you. You're in full snark mode. Snark, yeah, the lurking snark. So the last couple days, I've been trying to find a new song for us to learn, and it's, I just spent way too much time on it. And digging up stuff. Turkey and Straw was on the list. Sally Gooden was on the list. Bill Cheatham was one, and that may be the next one. I'm having a hard time finding kind of some continuity on how different people play it. So I found a cool way that I like. I'm going to make some changes to it, just like I did with Down in the Valley. This was an arrangement, but I did my own kind of version of it, so that it's just got a couple things in there. There's some actually really cool things that we're going to learn from this, and I uploaded it to the PDF to the. I created the PDF late last night. Stayed up way late. Woke up with a sore throat. I don't know why. But let's see. Okay, so I'm going to keep the Amazon thing up. But let's see. Now, so I have the Down in the Valley of Pray. I'm going to do a screenshot of it. We may do the same thing. We're going to talk about this chart. Okay. And then I got to drag that to the, see, I got it on the desktop, but I need to put it in the live stream thing. Okay, now I can drag it over to, sorry, some of this stuff should have been done. Okay, so this is what I was playing. This is what you have in your trying to make it look as professional as possible. Sorry. So this is what you have in if you go to the Discord link, which I pinned. So if you're new, at the very top of the live chat, you should see a link that I posted there, and that's an invite to the Discord page. Hopefully, let's check my work. Okay, I do see one little issue I see with this. I'm going to fix. There's an extra space here that doesn't need to be there. Okay, I think that's it. Oh, no, there's another one there too. Get rid of that one. Right? And that looks good. Okay. So the chord changes should line up above me, should line up to the chart to my right. Okay. There's some things that there's some things. Well, there's one thing. The whole time I was doing this, I couldn't stop thinking about Holly. Just trying to creep out Holly right now. Just gonna wait to see what she says before I go any further, before I explain myself. Hey Hashem, what are your thoughts on the Fender CDCC series for beginner guitar? I don't know what, is that like a learning thing? I don't know what that is. I'm sorry, Hashim. God bless you for joining us, by the way. Anderson, what's going on? Venezuela. Awesome. Great to see you. I've been to Curacao, the island off the coast of Venezuela, when I was a kid, when I was 13. Yep. Yeah, the Tascam. I don't know anything about the Tascam headphones. And like I said, when I'm tracking, like when I just tracked this track today this morning, I was using my ears. One of the great things about ears is you can have the click on. The problem with the headphones is the click. If you have the click really loud and you got a vocal mic right here, that vocal mic is going to pick up the click. Or if you're strumming guitar and you've got a mic on the guitar and the click is really loud, then you might hear a click on the guitar track. So that's where ears come in really handy, because not only does it seal all the outside noise, but it also seals everything that you're hearing in, so you don't hear it. No. Okay, so Holly, what's interesting about this song, you'll notice that almost every B note is played at the 4th fret. Okay, if you look at the last note in bar 2, the second note in bar 7, and then also bar 10 and 11, and let's see, and then 14, and that's it. All those B's are played at the 4th fret of the 3rd string. And you're like, oh man, we got to use our pinky. Nope. I was watching a lot of bluegrass players, especially playing songs like this, and also what was the other one I said? Oh, Bill Cheatham. And a lot of times their hand is here. They're technically in 2nd position, which means if you're in 2nd position, that means that your first finger is at the 2nd fret. And so your first finger is going to be assigned the 2nd fret, your second finger is going to be assigned the 3rd fret, your third finger is going to be assigned the 4th fret, and your 5th finger is going to get all the notes at the 5th fret. Rush Limbaugh died. Man, that's a bummer. Listen to him since the 80s. But kind of knew it was coming. Hey, Alan, what's going on? Well, Alan, here's what's going on. With the bluegrass thing, I've been teaching, what lesson is this, 177? I've been teaching so many lessons, and I was kind of going, what do you guys want to learn next? And we got to a kind of a point, a stopping point, and they, and I can't remember who it was. It may have been Holly said, well, Tom, what do you want to learn next? And I went, well, you know, I wouldn't mind working my bluegrass. And they said, let's do it. So we're kind of learning together. So I'm keeping it pretty simple, but if we go back, you can see that if you go back through the last 10 weeks, 11 weeks now, I think we're on week 11, you can see that we've been talking about a lot of scales. And we've been pretty much staying in the key of G, which is a very common key for bluegrass. And not only is it a common key for bluegrass, but when they go to A, they're using the exact same shapes, they'll just capo. So it's still... It's still this scale right here. Oh, okay, good. Oh, you plowed through. Okay, so so the idea is that the scales, I was trying to give you a lot of weapons to use, and I resist teaching songs that are not public domain. So we did Wildwood Flower, which was, I think they actually traced it back to the 18th century. I think 1796 or something was the first melody. Down in the Valley to Pray actually goes back to 1820, although people think it has something to do with, it was Oh Brother Where Art Thou, which is kind of why I avoided it at first, because I didn't want to get a copyright issue. I want to be able to monetize these videos, even though I don't make a lot, literally make $2 or $3 from these 2-hour live streams, if that. So your super chats help, but it's the actual streaming. If I get 1,000 views, it's maybe a couple dollars. But my channel is monetized, and also if you shop through those Amazon links, I make a small percentage. So I'm just doing this because I'm lonely during COVID. So I'm glad Alan, you've gone through all these. So you're kind of getting a sense of what we're doing here. And I kind of felt like we got to start learning songs. So this one, this is Down in the Valley to Pray, which I should put the title. Let me move this down here and then put the title up. Let me do another text thing. Boop. Okay. And Holly, I think I've got the, I think that's correct. Or Down to the Valley. You don't, maybe in a title you would, if you use title capitalization, you would capitalize every, or do you, I usually don't capitalize small words in, you know, small common words. Down in the valley to pray. Is that correct? Anyway, neither here nor there. The so basically, so Holly, what I'm saying though on this is that so we're going to kind of be in second position. Every note here is either on the second or fourth fret and open, or there's a couple third frets right here. This D note. That's it. Okay, so if we were to play every note in this song, we don't even play this C note here. So let's play the B on the fifth string on the second fret with your first finger, okay, and play the open D string, and then second fret with your first finger, then fourth fret with your third finger. Okay, sorry, my hand's not bigger. It gets a little closer. Okay, and then open G string, second fret, and then fourth fret, again with your first and third finger. And then I don't think there's a C in here. There's no C, so we don't even have to jump down to get that C, which if there were one C up here on the first fret of the second string, then we probably would still play in second position, but we would jump, or it might go. Now, there is a moment where I use the open B string. And I think that only happens once, and that's in bar 6, beat 4 of bar 6, okay? Where it goes. Okay? And so that would be beat 6 or bar 6 is the only time we have the open B string. Every other time we play the B note, it's going to be here at the fourth fret of the third string. Okay, does that make sense? So if you play those notes again, second fret on the fifth string, open, second, fourth, open, second, fourth, maybe open, and then third. Kind of weird sounding because you got 2 B's in a row, but it's kind of cool. But those are all the notes contained in this song. And again, as a session pro, this is a pro, okay, all you pros pay attention. As a session pro, that's one of the first things I do. If I got a chart like this, immediately, and it wouldn't have tab. So if I did a session and somebody threw a chart like this, a chart for this song in front of me, it would not have the tab. It would just be the music. You know, people that tend to write music for TV, film, and games and such, they oftentimes are guitar players, and the last thing they would do is have their copyists spend any time and money doing tab. So the position and where to play all of that is up to the guitar player. Now, if this was a jazz tune, I might play it here. You know, I might fret it up here. But the first thing I'll do when I get a chart is look at the lowest note and the highest note, and find the lowest note, which is B, and the highest note, which is D, and see if I can find a place to play it. So if I were to play it here, like if I'm thinking jazz, I got every note I need right here, or I could play here, but I could play every note pretty much in this area right here. And so then I don't ever have to look at my hands. I can keep my eyes on the music. But but if knowing that it's a country or a bluegrass song, I would go, oh, I want to use open string. So then I would. Okay, now here's another thing to note, and Sam, this is directed at you. Okay, the previous was directed to Holly. I'm having streaming problems. Buffer? Are we buffering? I see the little green box go down to red. Mamba's in the house. Oh, why is the C chord on the fourth measure of the? Doesn't have two slashes. Oh, sorry. Thank you for checking that, catching that. Two slash. The fourth. What? Why does the C chord in the fourth measure of the rhythm pattern have? It's not two slashes. That's a slash and a end bar. One's diagonal and the other one's perfectly vertical. But I can see where you would think. Okay, you're not buffering. Okay, good. Hey, Jeff, good to see you. C on the fifth fret of the second position. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know what? And I might do that if I. In fact, if I was soloing over it, that would be a great thing to do. You know. I love the sound of that C note over the D chord. So yes, definitely, I could play the C note. Yeah, I just have to get. It feels weird. Again, part of the reason why I want to do bluegrass, it's really I can play scales much faster when I'm fingering every note. It's harder to play scale. It's harder to play fast for me when you're mixing fretted strings with open strings, because the picking hand is like, wait, you're not actually doing anything with your left hand. Why am I picking the string? It's like this disconnect there, you know. So it's good to do scales in open position too to help you get that kind of country sound, and then to move up into second position and do it. It's even. So if I go from this C to this C, that's C Lydian. And which is a beautiful thing. It's that sharp four thing. It's that make you cry chord in movies. Right? I usually would. I'll do that like. You can mix it with a normal four just to mess with people, but it's interesting because if you look at bar 11, and if you can read music, you'll know that. See, if you're reading tab, you don't know. But in the music, there you see an E, an F sharp, and a G. That's a very Lydian thing. Look, if I play. In fact, one of the things I was having fun with this last night after I did the chart, I was like. Kind of playing around with a melody while strumming at the same time, which is a cool thing to do. And yes, Alan, you're talking about bar, the fourth bar. Yeah, it's still two more strums of D and then two strums of C. I didn't want to write D in there. It's not necessary. Although I do write D on the new line. So you'll notice that technically on the fourth line of right below me here, okay, right there. On the fourth line, on the bottom line there, okay, I wrote a D at the beginning. Technically didn't need to do that, but I feel like always like to see what chord is there. Technically, music notation rules don't require you to put a chord when a chord name if it doesn't change. The same thing's true with the chart over here, okay? If you look at the bottom, that bottom D at bar 13, technically didn't need to put it there, but boy, I really want to see it there. If I'm strumming through this, if there's no D there, I'm going to be a little bit confused. So I do that even though it's not required by music notation rules. So Oh, okay. So John say, why is the C chord in the fourth measure of the rhythm pattern have two slashes to its left? Oh, I'm sorry, two slashes to. I see. I didn't. You're right. I didn't understand your question. Um, but Alan did. Sorry. Okay, so I think where we start here is we just start by playing the pattern, and what I'm going to do is I've got this. I'm going to mute the guitar here, and I can turn on the click. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it down at 100, so it's going to be pretty slow. And now my guitar won't line up at all with it, but I'm not going to have the guitar on anyways. D, C. Third line, D chord. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. C, D. C, 2, 3, 4. 3, top. 1, 2, D chord now. 2, 3, 4. D, C, G. D chord. I'm just using pretty much straight strums, downbeats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, D. Stay on D. C to D. Yeah, it's slow. This is D, C, hey Waterman, C to D. Okay, so let me speed that up. John, that is slow. Let me speed that up to 150, where I feel like it feels pretty good at 150. So all I'm doing is MIDI, and I got the click on so you can hear the click. That's the click that would get into the headphones if we were using the open ear, the AKG headphones. If you had it too loud, you can still have click. You just have to turn it down a little bit so it doesn't bleed. So there's 150. Oops, dang it. I'm trying to get all my windows ordered here. D, 3, 4. C. Last line. 1, 2, C, C, D. To the top, G. I did play that beat just now that way with the, and you can totally do that. I love that. I love that F sharp with a G. It just sounds so good. try to do before, let me shut off that track. Okay. What I'll try to do before Friday, I can't guarantee it. I'll try to record this at 100 so you have it, and then you can speed it up to 125. Let's see. Yeah, I haven't pulled out my National Duolian. I have a 1929 National square neck. It's pretty. The strings are pretty old on it right now, so it's pretty rusty strings, and the slides did not go well together. I mean, metal slides are not bad. Boy, glass slide on rusty strings is like nails on a chalkboard, right? So this is the chart. This is at the Discord link. Okay, you can download this chart for free. I just created it late last night. Stayed up too late, and so yeah. And I chose down in the valley. Again, I'm trying to stick with public domain pieces so I don't get in trouble. And then have to demonetize a video, and then it just, you know, that's, I mean, one of the nice things about videos, even these live stream videos, I mean, I don't know, let me look and see out of curiosity, because it's been a while. But if I click on live stream, oh, okay. Reverse the date here. So I can see when we started, which was right around March 14th. March 18th is when we started. Yep, March 18th, every day. That one actually has 3,200 views, which is funny because none of the others have anywhere near that. So it was like, people went back and go, yeah, I'm not interested. They win. So let me check out the analytics on this real quick and see if it's getting any views this week, okay? So this is almost a year-old video. Well, it's gotten 6 views in the last 48 hours. Okay, so the thing is, let's see, last 7 days, 24 views. Let me go a little further into this. Let's see. Let me go. Let's say some random March 31st. I click on that, and none in the last 48 hours. Let's see, let me change that to 7 days. None. So unfortunately, it's not like an annuity. I got 3 views in the last 28 days and a total revenue of a penny. So if all of my videos made me a penny a month, all my old videos, what's that, Bruce? Would that be 700 pennies, so $7? Now, I make a lot more than that on my YouTube channel because I've got other videos that get a lot more spins than that. I have videos that make, that have, you know, thousands of views a week. So it's not, this is not the rule. This is not the norm, but it is not unusual for the live stream lessons that I put up. So it's trying to get direct people to those lessons is kind of difficult. Everyone is doing it, like, shoot, what's his name? He's been helping me out by putting this lesson starts at this moment. But all of those are basically, those lessons are, oh, I don't know. They're generating some revenue, but not much. Okay, so just, yeah, pennies. Yeah. I mean, my biggest moneymaker is still 7 Tips for Older Beginners, which is almost exclusively how all of you came to know me. Some of for the open tuning stuff, but okay. So let's do that picky exercise that somebody mentioned that they really liked. I forget who it was, but let's just go ahead and do this. It's one. What you're going to do is with your left hand, you're going to go 1 4 3 4 2 4 3 4. So it's 8 notes. You can think of them as 8 eighth notes if you want. I may have to make my screen bigger for you, but I can do it like this. But okay, that's the pattern. So what it does, the great thing about this exercise is what it does is it starts to train your pinky to stay available, right? Like if we were to keep our pinky out when we drink our tea. All right, Gary? So if you go 1, index, pinky, ring, pinky, middle, pinky, ring, pinky, or 1, 4, 3, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, you'll notice that every other note and 50% of the notes is being played by your pinky, or being played by your pinky. So you just keep doing that up the fretboard, and you can stay in one position if you want. I usually go up to the 12th fret, so my pinky's on the double dots right there, and then I come back down. I also have a video where you can play this along with me. Let me see if the 2-finger exercise is. But if you want to warm up with that right now, you can totally do that. No, that's the headphones. Okay, let me get this video up again. And then I also did. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Oh. Oh, weird. Did I not put that in the title? Oh, I guess I called them warm-ups. Okay, so here's that link again for that exercise and another one that's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, here's that. So open that. If you click on that though in your browser, it's probably going to close this window. So you want to right-click on it and then open in a new window. Oh, that's what brought you to the channel. That's funny. Play most any song in Dad Get. That's actually my second most popular video. I need to do more like that. I really haven't. I should probably do like, oh, let's play this song or that song. I hint at songs. I've been able to monetize it because I didn't really like Sam in that song. In that, I think did I do like Desperado or something that had a lot of weird chords in it? It was like, but it worked. You know, it kind of worked. So let's see. And then at the pin at the top is the Discord link. But let's see. The other thing is warm up. That's the other. Okay. Warm up. Warm up. Let's see. Which one is which? I forget. Well, I'll give you links to both. So here's a little video you can do if you want to follow my hands and warm up. I try to go slow. It's difficult. How's that octave exercise video doing? 1,000 views. Yeah, just not. Yeah, it's just weird. I mean, it's like getting a video like, you know, play any song and it's funny because play most any song and people complain about me using the word most, and it's kind of colloquial, but they said it should be almost. It drove some people crazy. You know, English speakers, stupid English speakers. Okay, so again, I would challenge you if you want to, you know, well, you don't have the progression yet, but I'm going to create a jam track for this. Also, I'm going to probably keep it unlisted like the other one, Wildwood Flower, just so that anybody who goes to the Discord can find it and you guys can play it. It's monetized, so I'll make a micro penny every time you play it. But I challenge you to just try to play just using those, try to solo just using those strings. F, A, C, F, C, F. F, A, C, F, C, F. No, I've never used that. What does that tuning have a common name? Oh, join us on the Discord. The link to Tom's room is down below the list of links. So where is that in the live chat? Where is that showing up? Isn't it, I pinned it, so I assumed it was at the top of the chat. Anyway, okay. So again, so two observations so far with this. One is that everything, it's basically going to play this whole song in second position. Okay. And then what was the observation I made for Sam? Oh, Sam, I never got to your the observation for Sam. Okay. So there's a lot of quarter notes here. If you bar 1 starts out with 3 quarter notes, bar 5 has 3 quarter notes, bar 6 has 4 quarter notes. Okay. And what I want you to do on these quarter notes is to play them all with downstrokes. Okay. I want you to stick with the alternate picking. Okay. Not so. And you would say, wait, but shouldn't I use an upstroke then on that second note? No, because we're playing on the downbeats on beats 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's hard to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those should always be downbeats. On the and of 1, 2, 3, and 4, those should be upbeats. So, for example, if we look at go to bar 9, we're playing the A note right here at the 2nd fret of the E string or G string. I just hate saying G string because all your junior high minds out there start to laugh or giggle every time I say G string. Don't break your G string; it hurts. Oh yeah, it's so funny. I just saw someone post the Munsters theme. It's like a chromatic thing. So if you notice that the second A there is an 8th note by itself. It's on the and of 2. So the way you would count that bar would be 1, 2, and 3, 4, 4, and is the next open and an A. So, but let's play just A's for that whole bar. Don't play that open G. Just play A's. Okay. It would be down, up, down, down, up. Would be how you would finger that. Okay. Down or pick that. Down, up, down, down, up, down. Okay. In fact, we could even do this with just the open G string. Just you could do the rhythm of the whole song this way. It's not particularly instructive necessarily because one of the things you want to get good at is picking and alternate picking between strings. And I don't see anywhere in this whole piece, this whole song, where you have you skip a string. So every phrase, every melodic line here is on adjacent strings or on one string. Okay? So you won't have any skip like you're going from the D string to the 4th, like that. You won't be skipping, doing any kind of 6ths or 5ths or anything like that. So, but you could go 1, 2, 3, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, do you understand what I'm doing there? I'm just playing the rhythm of the song on one note. And that's a great way to start to learn to read rhythms, okay? Also, it's a great way to get your picking organized. In this old banjo book that I have, it literally, like, some guy made it himself. It's all typewriter tablature kind of stuff from back in the 60s, I think, or maybe 70s. And a neighbor gave it to me, and he would take the songs and he would just do the banjo, just do the picking part without the left hand. And he would write the song out twice, once with just everything open. It said nothing but zeros on the whole page. Because with the banjo stuff, it is tab. Even way back then. So this must be from the 70s. I don't know that they might have done tab in the 60s. I'm not sure. But this is a pretty old book. Very, very handmade. Yep. Holly, I see you pinned a Discord link at the top of the chat. I also see the link of the video description below the video frame. Oh, right. Oh, that's true. That's right. Although if you're on an iPad, Holly, you're on a PC or a Mac. if you're on like a browser, if you're watching this through a browser, then you would see that. If you're watching this through the app, you might not if you went full screen. So, but yeah, so the banjo, that book was great because it did this whole, thing where you could get the right hand down, which is really, like I said, 90% of banjo playing is all in the right hand. The left hand stuff is fairly simple. I mean, it's not a breeze, but when you see kids playing, you see 7-year-olds blazing on a banjo, it's the right hand that they got nailed. They just got it down. And with banjo, they're called rolls, but we would call them finger picking patterns, but banjo players call them rolls. You want to learn a bunch of rolls. They have backward rolls, forward rolls, backward forward rolls, and inside rolls and outside rolls, and all these different rolls. And they all kind of create different patterns. And so, but it's not a bad idea to take just one note like the G string and sorry, I'm just doing that just to mess with you junior high kids. All of you alls. And do the rhythm of the entire song using that, and then again trying to use keep the alternate picking pattern going, where every downbeat 1, 2, 3, and 4 are downstrokes, and every upbeat, the and of 1, and of 2, and of 3, and of 4 are all upstrokes. Okay. So if you had nothing but upbeats, you would be like, I'm just plucking up. And there's a couple times where you've got some stranded upbeats. Okay, look at the second note in bar 7. You have that open. We have this B right here. Okay, that would be an upstroke. Oops, up. Yeah, that's a weird, And that whole phrase right there would be a good one to practice because it's down. And I didn't write the down. I could do that. It's just it takes a long time because I have to click on every note and say, do I want an upstroke? Do I want a downstroke? And what's funny is I always forget which is the upstroke and which is the downstroke because it's two different symbols. It's not like an arrow up and an arrow down. That's not an option in finale. It's a weird bracket and then a caret, and I can't remember which is the down and which is the up. So anyway, pick slanting. Oh yeah, yeah. You know what? I'm kind of going straight on right now, but I like it to turn the pick, especially. I'm using a very very heavy Wiegand gypsy jazz pick right now because I just love the immediacy of it. This is 3.5 millimeters. It's a little hard to hold in my hand. It hurts. I start to cramp up because I tend to squeeze too tight. That's another thing, Waterman, that I'm trying to do is through all of this, I'm trying to get to, and I haven't done a very good job of it. How many lessons have we done? This is week 11, so we're looking at 3 lessons. 33 lessons, 32 lessons or something like that. And I'm still resting my hand on the bridge, which is kind of a no-no. I notice among bluegrass players. Banjo players will often put their pinky down here. That's totally, banjo players always have their pinky down. And I see a lot of bluegrass players with their pinkies down there too. But generally that, you want the top of the guitar to resonate as much as possible. And if you're resting your hand or your pinky on, you're stopping the top from vibrating like a speaker, like it's supposed to. Just imagine putting your finger on a speaker that's playing. Same kind of effect. Yeah, I'm playing with a brick. The rhythm track I did on just now that I was playing to at 140 before, on down in the Valley to Pray, I played with the blue chip pick, which is one of those $35 picks. I don't know why they're $35, but it was a gift, and it actually sounds really good. I'm like, how does it do that? And then I've got the Wiegand bluegrass pick, which is great. You can get I think 3 of these for $15. They're not cheap. They're made in Holland. We have a lot of Holland. We have a lot of Dutch. The maker is a Dutch guy, and you can get them in the States, but you can get them on eBay. I think not eBay. I think you can get them on Amazon. But you do get a rounder tone if you turn your pick a little bit. So, it's like if you go too straight, it's get like Peter Griffin, right? You get a rounder tone more like Homer Simpson. Sorry. Okay, sorry, I'm bored. I got bored fingers. I'm trying to find the Discord link. It's at the top of the page. No worries. You play well. Oh, I'll give it to you again. I'll put it right here in the. I got you covered. I got you here. Wait, where is it? Maybe I don't. Here it is. Copy. Waterman, I got you. It's gonna be right here, in the. Right there, all fresh for you, right there. Since you brought it up. All right. And I'm not on the Discord very often. I just basically to upload stuff. Or when Bruce tells me he's got an update to the guitar build, he's making me a cigar box guitar. Electric acoustic 3-string cigar box guitar. Although I want a 5-string now, so just, no, I'm just kidding. 80 fret. So can you change that for me real quick? Yeah, I mean, I don't think I see enough players with their pinky planted. I don't think that's a big deal, Gary. I really don't. Not at this point, you know. And even me resting my hand, it's pretty light. Where it's a real problem is when I rest on my strats. I got to be careful because I can bend because it's a whammy bar or a tremolo on the guitar, and you can pitch the strings out of tune. And you're like, why am I out of tune? I'm like, oh, because I'm pushing too hard on the bridge. Okay, so okay, here's another thing. I mean, remember when we were doing the blues, I said, look, you got to play the blues progression, and I showed you like a very basic blues in E, A, E, and B7, right? Okay, I said play it 1,000 times without making a mistake. The 12-bar blues, no mistakes. If you screw up, hit a bunch of random chords and then start over again. And if you do 3 or 4 in a row, that's 4 times. You got 4 of your 1,000 knocked out. The reason is you want to be able to nail the blues. You want to have the blues. It was a basic standard kind of blues progression that I gave you, a 12-bar blues progression. And you want to have it ingrained in your head so that when you solo, you know what's coming next. And when you're playing for someone who's soloing, you don't screw up and become the kind of guy that nobody wants to jam with, guy or gal. You know what I mean? So that's not really critical for this song, because this is not your typical like jam along song. And again, I think it's largely because of that B section. It doesn't even have a G chord in it, so it's like. But one of the things I like about this progression is the way it does get back to G. It does it in a couple different ways, or 3 different ways. The G is the tonic chord. So when you finally end the song, you're going to go. You're going to end on a G chord. Okay? So the last 2 bars is a 4/5 progression, right? Right? 4, 5, 4, 5, 1. Okay. Thank you, Becker. Wish you a good day too. And then the first phrase, the first line is D to C, but it's D to C like D. So it's 5, 4, 1. So I kind of like that it has both iterations of the 5, 4, 1 and 1, 4, 5, 1 resolution. Okay, it has that in there, which is kind of cool, which provides you different opportunities, different ways of soloing. The other thing that happens is in the first line you had D for 6 beats and C for 2 beats, and then the next line you have a D for 2, C for 2, and it gets to G before the end of the phrase. So musically, I'm assuming that the melody came first. because I don't know who would write a chord progression like this. In fact, the way you might really end this song, okay, because the song is A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B, right? The first two lines is A, the second two lines where it doesn't even play a G chord is the B section, okay? Bar 9 through bar 16. The way I would end this song, I think, if I were to perform it, I think I would probably end on the A, because it has that, right? It has that 5/4, and the 4/1 cadence, just so you know, is also called the amen cadence. Okay, I can do all sorts of false ending. And we should do a lesson on endings and false endings and substituted endings and such. Joe's doing some work. Oh, I'd like to practice 4 hammer-ons, then 4 reverse hammer-ons on the same string. Oh, yeah. Or pull-offs. Reverse hammer-ons, you're talking about pull-offs, right? That's one of the videos. I've got to pull up the slur exercises are classical guitar exercises. Slur studies. It's not what you think. No, it just you watch the video. It's just me, just with nothing but slur. Just saying slurs the whole time. I'm like, what? How to get banned in America? Yeah, Dennis has the same question. But there's some. I can't remember the studies, so I'll have to pull them up from back in the day. But I think they would be good on electric and a steel string as well as classical. So, all right. So Friday we'll get into the meat of playing this song. You guys can practice it. You're probably going to have it down by Friday. It's not a difficult song. That's what part of the reason I chose it. I didn't. The next one is likely to be Bill Cheatham, but it's got some challenging bits in it. It too is also. See, it's going to go back and forth between first and second position, so that's going to be a challenge. And then the B section is very difficult. And so I got to figure out the best, I'm seeing guys, players do this where they lay down the finger. It's got a lot of fretted notes notes played on the same string, and I think the reason is this was probably originally played on fiddle or mandolin, and it makes a lot more sense on mandolin than it does on guitar. Guitar, this is kind of a hard melody to play, so I don't know if I'm going to do that. Turkey in a Straw, Turkey in a Straw is not a bad one. It's just a little corny, cheesy, and the B section on this one also is very difficult. Or not difficult, that's the one that's the and then Bruce pointed out last night that some of the origin lyrics on this had the N word in it, and actually, most people don't know that Johnny B. Good actually originally had the N word in it. So the first verse wasn't Country Boy. He didn't sing Country Boy, and that was Chuck Berry. But yeah, I'm not too worried about that kind of stuff. I mean, you can go crazy with origins on things, and scrubbing, trying to purify the past is a bad idea. I think when they're constantly trying to scrub anything like we can't read Tom Sawyer or Huck Finn anymore, or you can't read Shakespeare now is the big thing. Apparently Shakespeare was a racist. So it's just like that's just ridiculous. You can't judge people in the past by today's standards. Um, and I would say that the N word is a billion times more common today than it was back in the '60s when I grew up, because that's all rappers say. So I've been in sessions where it's just like rampant, and it's funny because I'm the only gringo in sessions. Like I'll do rap sessions where everyone's black but me. I've done Korean records where everyone's Korean but me. I've done Mexican albums where everyone's Latino but me. And so it's fun. I love being in that kind of scenario. I love being the minority. It's for me, it's a lot of fun, and I get to be like this. I try to be the stereotype guy anyway. So I try to be the nerd and the guy with the glasses and the whole bit. Um, uh, but it's hard because sometimes, like, if the N word is flying all over the place in a session, you're trying to fit in. You just kind of get it's real easy to almost say it, and you're like, well, it doesn't really work if I say it, so it's a different thing. You're hungry now, sorry. uh, False stream endings. Oh, I'm missing something here. He actually does look at our potential. Post a video. You're gonna get an apple crisp for dessert. Is that dessert or desert? Dessert. So those always the two words I always spell wrong. Oh, what's the pattern, Joseph? You're talking about? I was watching Lee Ritenour do something, and I need to. You can do this thing where you can do the chromatic scale one finger at a time, like that. I don't know if it works going down. You guys are having a conversation. Music is yeah. No, it's just music is music. Okay, so Holly's trying to say something. Oh, I saw she deleted a comment, but I don't know what that. Thank you, Holly. Okay. So again, this song, the way we're going to play it is in second position. Our first finger is going to be assigned all the notes on the second fret. We're going to mostly have 2s and 4s. There's this D note here on the 3rd fret is the only time we actually is in bar 10 and bar 14. And Bruce, the main reason I kind of ruled out Turkey and Strahle was because it's just cheesy sounding. I don't know if it's just cheesy. Wildwood Flower is beautiful. That's such a great song. This one's a nice song. And I thought about, I may do Amazing Grace in 4, because Amazing Grace is in 3 technically, but you could. That would be a fun one to solo over. I think that would be a fun one to solo over. So I may do because I know Amazing Grace is public domain. And again, some of these songs like Wildwood Flower, the melody is older than the lyrics. So I think even if it's an old tune and they only recently wrote lyrics to it, because the rule is, it's not public domain until 75 years after the death of the copyright holder. Okay? 75 years after the death of the copyright holder. So if the song was written by someone who, say the song was written by a lady she was 20 years old and she wrote it in 1850 and she lived to be 100, that means that copyright wouldn't start to expire until 1930. So 75 years after that would mean 2005. So the song was written in 1850, but it didn't become public domain until 2005, if I'm doing my math right. So, yeah, exactly, Bruce. Turkey's definitely kind of considered that too. Although musically, it's not particularly easy, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I didn't even know about the N word in it from. It was 1888, I think you said that was the lyric was. Um, uh, uh, that it's just kind of a dorky song. So I've ruled it out. It's not going to be on our list. So here it is. But Bill Cheatham's up there. Sally Gooden too. The only problem with Sally Gooden is that there's 1,000 ways to play it. I'm like, does anyone? What's the official way to play Sally? There is no official way. So I literally pulled up. I did my little trick on Google, which is to put the name of the song in PDF and then hit images, and you'll get a million PDFs. And I looked at them all, and they were all different. None of them were the same. I'm like, oh gosh. So how do I get continuity? What's the, and I don't, if I go to some blazing like Mark O'Connor's version of or something like that, it's going to be crazy because he's going to be playing rip, and it's like, well, that's not playable. We can't do that one. So. If a book is out of stock, you're probably going to find it on eBay, but you're going to pay a premium for it. Oh, the ascending chromatic major. Well, I don't know if there's a major. Chromatic is its own thing. Flat third. Yeah. We talked a little bit. There's some definite. Anytime you have a minor third in like a pentatonic scale, okay. So, for example, over G, we got. Okay, we've got a couple spots where we have minor thirds, and particularly on the same string. So if we look at the B note and the D note, that's a minor third, B to D. Okay. Now I think of more jazz in that context, but you can totally do that, or might be something like that. That's chromatic as well. That'd be kind of. The other thing that if you've watched, I think who was it? It just asked Waterman. Did you say that you've gone back and watched all the videos that we've done so far? The last 10 weeks of this thing, we've actually justified in the key of G all 12 notes. There's a way to play all 12 notes and make a musical, depending on the context. And so, yeah, so even, I mean, technically you wouldn't want to necessarily play this over a song. It wouldn't sound very good. Let me go back to 140, and then I can add the guitar in. Sounds like a circus. Okay, but I mean, there's definitely moments where chromatic scales can come in real handy. But like I said, way back in lesson week 3, I think we did the. Sorry, I'm having trouble getting my windows in order here. We did the G lick, and that has a chromatic thing in it. A chromatic bit. The G, A sharp, B flat, B, and then D. What are we talking about, Bruce? You can sing the words of Amazing Grace and House of Rising Sun. Oh yeah, no, it's true. Several others. Yeah, I actually did. See, I hope I won't get in trouble with this. Is it Amazing Grace? How sweet the sound to save the wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. What was it? Oh. What was it? Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound to save the rich like me. I've done, the Gilligan's Island and House of Rising Sun. That was like the 60s and 70s. Everybody sang Amazing Grace. No, I came up with like 50 others. I think we did Hotel California with Amazing Grace. We did like every rock standard song. We did Amazing Grace. So, Waterman, give me an example, like a riff with notes. Just go like G, like you're talking about like B, C, C sharp, D kind of thing. Joseph, you discovered me through the 2-chord song thing. I actually have another one planned. I have a bunch of songs, like another 20 songs I could do, but I'm trying to stick to ones that people know. Like Jambalaya is one of them. I got a lot of people say, "Oh, you should do Jambalaya." It's that's definitely on the list. I think I did Dreams. Dreams is just 2 chords. And the problem is this, it's an F chord, so nobody. It's just F and G. So, okay. So let's just let's go ahead and play. Because I just gave you the music. The music is at the Discord link. You can download it for free. It's in Tom's PDFs or something. JPEGs. Is there a bluegrass version of Voodoo Child? Probably. Another one was, I think I did Amazing Grace too. Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I am found. I mean, just take any. You can do it to almost any song if you get the lyrics right. I don't think I ever did it in church that way though. So, yeah, Jambalaya is easy. Yep, exactly. To be honest, I didn't really know that song. I mean, I know a lot of people, it's like a hugely popular song, but I'd never heard it. And so I had to look it up and I went, oh my gosh, look at that. This is a popular song with a big song. I'm an idiot, I probably, it was one of those things, because I was a jazz snob in high school and stuff, so it smells amazing. Sam. Smells like Amazing Grace. Purple Grace. Hey C Dixie. Is that a song? Is that a 2-chord song? There's got to be a Dylan song that's got. I think the Dylan song has 1 chord. I was going to do a videos, 5 songs that only use 1 chord, but I was having a hard time finding, legitimate 1-chord songs. And even the 2-chord, I got, somebody gave me a hard time because, well, the bridge technically has another chord of Horse with No Name. And it's right. The bridge does have a third chord. So, but somebody called me out on it. The Electric Amish. So what I want you to do is, again, I don't think, like we talk about the blues progression, I want you, you should have the blues progression nailed. You should, 10,000 times, maybe 1,000 times, but 1,000 times at least. So like, yeah, if you're like going to the D, yeah, little snippets of chromatic are all over the place. That's very, very common. And like I said, anytime you have a minor third, you're going like B to D, you can go and E to G, C. I love going to the seventh. Like if you go on a G chord, you can go D, D sharp, E, F. I mean, the blues scale has 3 notes in a row that are chromatic. Oh, I have heard the I heard the AC/DC bluegrass. That's right, I have heard that. I think there's a Metallica one out there too, and also a Judas Priest one too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Yeah, he's talking about notes, not progression, but yeah, I know what you meant. Who wants to be normal? Exactly. Okay, so gosh. The reason I'm struggling is because I'm really trying to stick to the alternate tuning. I mean, alternate picking. I'm serious. That's really, really common in bluegrass. So and I'm squeezing my pick way too hard. But the, it's real tempting to go, up, down, down, up, down, up, even on the quarter notes. But I'm really trying to stick. Okay. And then the B note and bar 6 I keep playing here, so that's totally fine. I probably should just go ahead and put it there, but bar. I mean, I would take those little snippets, those little licks, like that. Practice those, make sure you get the alternating picking on those. It doesn't always feel natural, especially if you're already a pretty good player and you're used to doing economy picking. Economy picking isn't generally what's done in bluegrass. I see it every now and then, but even for the triad stuff, where you normally would go, and the reason is so you can go pretty much right hand seamlessly from playing like a chord things to playing single note lines, like. In fact, I should create some exercises where you're doing that, where you. But you'll find it's a lot easier to stay at a fast tempo, a fast speed, if you're already your hands constantly just doing the down up down up down up down up thing, if you throw in that economic picking thing, all of a sudden you've got a stutter, kind of a hitch in your get along, as they say, and you'll find yourself all turned around, and then you'll probably crash and burn at some point. Hey, Johan, what's going on? Yeah, down to the river, down to the valley. Same song, different title. I actually did a version of it with this girl for a movie. For speaking of a movie, it was the closing credits of Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn, and we did an arrangement of it. I said a little bit of. Let's see if I can find it. We should upload it. It's yes.
As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, sisters, let's go down, come on down. Oh, sisters, let's go down in the river to pray. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the robe and crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, brothers, let's go down, don't you want to go down? Oh, brothers, let's go down in the river to pray.
Yeah, this is a recording I did with a girl, a friend of my son's.
To pray, studying about that good old way.
This is not Alison Krauss or Gillian Welch. It's a girl named.
Oh, fathers, let's go down, come on down. Oh, fathers, let's go down in the river to pray.
Her name is Sadie Van.
As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the robe and crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, mothers, let's go down, don't you want to go down? Oh, mothers, let's go down in the river to pray, down in the river to pray, down in the river to pray, down in the river to pray.
Yeah, she's a kid there. I think she may have been 16 years old or 15 years old there. I'm not sure. We did that quite a while ago. It was a friend of theirs that was in the movie, and they got. He was the star. He was Tom Sawyer in the movie, and because Sadie and her sisters, they've done some child acting, things like that, here in Los Angeles, and their friend was Tom Sawyer in the movie, and so they said, hey, would you do a version of the song? We can, and they ended up using it as the as the closing credits for Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn. So that was cool. So yeah, and so I got arrangement credit, and of course guitar, did all the guitar playing. It's kind of one of those things. Let's see. All right. So I'm going to take off. I've got to get some stuff done, and then I will try to get a jam track for this up. And we'll so that you have something that you can practice along with. And I'll make it 100, so it'll be really, really slow. But then again, you can use the speed changer on. So yeah, I don't know. Let me see if that Down to the River to Pray is up on YouTube, because I could. Again, it's public domain, so I don't know why Sadie couldn't upload it, but let me see. No, I don't see it here. But I think if you enter Sadie, her name in, you'll find some stuff up there. So, yeah, she's got. Oh man, she just did a thing, but she sometimes Alex plays with her. It's been a while, I think. Yeah, she was on American Idol 7 years ago, and here, yeah, and so this is a. I can't play it, but
Hey guys,
this is Sadie and her sister Savannah, who is in a band with Alex, and she and Alex have written a million songs together. And Savannah's a great singer. In fact, maybe Holly, remind me on Friday. I'll tell the story of Alex and Savannah getting a record deal. It didn't end up turning into anything big. It didn't ultimately result in a record being made, but it was still a pretty cool story. So, but yeah, you can check out on that video that I posted. You can check out Sadie, and it's one of her highest rated videos, which isn't much. But where are they? Oh, there they are. And like I said, Sadie was on. She was on American Idol. I don't know how far she got, but
ooh, so fast.
Yeah. So anyway. Oh, no worries, Waterman. See you next stream, and I will. We'll probably just keep woodshedding. We'll start working on the melody. Okay. I'll go through it phrase by phrase, bar by bar. Okay. But I just didn't want to do that today because I wanted you to have a copy of it in front of you for a while, so that it's not too, so you can get a chance to take a stab at it yourself. And then, like I said, I'll try to have an unlisted video of the jam track. The only reason I don't list it is because I don't want to have too many videos up there that aren't on point with my brand, and I don't want to be primarily known for jam tracks, and they're not going to be particularly. They're more practical jam tracks than musical. So anyway, God bless you guys. I will talk to you soon, and I will see you Friday, Lord willing, and we'll pick up the song from there, and then I'll start working on another song, but that may not come for a little while. And we may go back to Wildwood Flower so that we can work on soloing over it. I don't see her version up there. No, I don't see it up on YouTube or anything. I'm tempted to upload it. I'd be curious what happened if I did. Probably can't upload it because the movie studio probably has some kind of lock on it. It might be, you might be able to get it. I think we did. No, I don't think we uploaded it to YouTube or Spotify. Let me check Spotify real quick and see what's up there. Maybe. Well, where's Spotify? Sadie Van. If you enter her name, let's see if it's up there. That's where it would be. Sadie Rose Van, there she is, Sadie Rose. You gotta turn down the volume. No, I don't want it to. Yeah, she's. Oh my goodness, why is that not moving? She's only got a few songs up there, and that's not one of them. So, boy, it's tough getting a music career going. It's really, really tough. really tough. And there's so many great singers out there. But anyway, God bless you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all. Again, I'll see you on Friday. I'm losing everybody because I keep saying goodbye and I don't leave. I'm like the bad parent. Come on, Joey, it's time to go. I'm not kidding this time. And then you don't leave. He's like, that's a bad parent. Okay, take care, everybody. Bye.